All right, what's going on, guys? Looks like we've got a handful of people in here already. How's everybody doing on this lovely Monday afternoon or whatever time it is where you are? Getting ready for Thanksgiving or so forth? Some of you may remember back I think March was the last time I did it. I was doing these Shane's inbox videos where I was answering questions and stuff, and I did a few of them live. So I'm thinking about doing this sort of thing again. So this is like a trial run. Ed, good to see you. Glad you're doing well. Alex, hello. One thing I've changed here, I've added this feature. I've been seeing some people streaming Ike at Ike's Tech Talk with he would show a comment rather than just having the whole chat. And I was like, that's cool. And I think he was using StreamYard, but I use OBS. So I kind of hacked together the same thing on OBS. And it looks like that, which I think is going to work really well. And I think that's a pretty good spot for it even. Let's move it up just a hair. I think that looks pretty good. Michael, how are you? And I can highlight comments and answer them, which is really cool. So, yeah, I like this. Ed, do you think Microsoft will get into Duo 3, or is this it? Duo 3 is almost 99.9% coming. Something that we have to keep in mind when it comes to Microsoft is that they've got a ton of money. And when they start a project like this, they don't just do one or two and go, whatever, and then they back out. They almost certainly had 3 iterations planned out before they got started. So yeah, we're going to see a number 3. We're going to see a number 3 for sure. Let's see here. Looks like I need to account for the fact that we've got some additional length there. These are reasons we're testing this stuff, right? Can I go a little bit further? How about that? I don't know if it's still getting cut off. Might be. Surface Trio, so it got cut off a little bit. I'll have to kind of adjust because it cut off the rest of the way. I can fix this stuff for next time though. So do I think Surface Duo 3 have a full front screen phone mode? That I don't know. That's a really good question, and it's entirely possible, but it would kind of surprise me because it kind of, I was gonna say it doesn't fit the original idea of Duo. You know, they're like, oh, when it's closed, but then they added a big camera and all that stuff. So who knows? It's possible, but it would surprise me. Chris, have I seen the Surface Duo pin cover? I've seen it. I don't know that I'm gonna buy it. I don't use the pin. I can't do it. Despite the fact that there's a guitar back there, my fine motor skills are terrible. So writing stuff like that, it's useless to me. I can't really do it. So I can't really justify spending the money on the slim pin and then on the case because it's just not something I'm going to use. We just now jumped a huge way on the chat. Where'd that go? Do the Titans have a chance to go to the Super Bowl? Yesterday was one of the worst days of my life. Watching and you know what? I wasn't even surprised. I'm not going to stay on football for too long, but I knew it was going to happen. Our offense looks freaking terrible. Tannehill had the worst game of his life. So, I don't know. They got a lot of stuff to fix. I don't know. Let's see here. What else do we got? I think Pixel Fold is delayed because of the new Samsung patent leaning towards Duo-ish form factor. Not specifically that, no. What I think that the reports that we saw were basically just that they just didn't think they were going to be competitive. I think that Z Fold is so polished and just works so well that I just don't think that they price and performance, I just don't think that they felt like they had anything to offer. And I think that's it's probably correct, probably a correct assessment. Why release that device if you don't think it's going to make any impact? Would it have to be thicker to include a front screen? Absolutely it would. So that is another aspect there. You know, how much thicker are we going to go with this thing? So that's a great point. What else? I mean, look, I'll be more than happy to test one to give my thoughts on it. But if it's my money, keep in mind, I'd be spending like, what, 120 on the slim pin, another 60 on the case to pop it on, show you guys and go, yep, you can write with it, and then take it back off and not use it. Because I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to spend my money on it. But I mean, Chris, of course, you know, I'd be more than happy to demonstrate it. I need to reach out to the guys from the Duo Dock project and see what's going on there, because I have not heard from them, and I would love to see a sequel to it. I've not seen a screen protector yet that looks good. I'm sure there will be one, but not so far. Let's see here. Let's see. I jumped from the Duo 2 to the Z Fold 3. Z Fold 3 is a great device and it may serve you very well. Are you enjoying your time on the Z Fold 3? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm getting cut off here. Can I make that any? Hey, there we go. I just have to readjust my. Oh, I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff now. Let's slide this up till we get everything included. Right. Then let's cut off that bit. There we go. Hey, we're figuring it out. We're going. Samsung's gonna make this screen anyways for the Pixel, right? Yeah, that's absolutely right. It's possible the pricing, or hey, chip shortage. That's also a possible thing going on. Could have had something to do with it. Yeah, I would love to see a Google camera on a proper foldable device. That would be very, very cool to see. A really good camera. Now, honestly, I thought that the camera on the Z Fold 2 and Z Fold 3 was perfectly serviceable. Never had any real problems with it. But, you know, people haven't been happy with it, so hard to say. How many of you guys have picked up a Duo 2? What do you think of it? I have not tried Android Auto on Duo 2. I don't have anything that uses Android Auto. The only opportunity I would have is actually a work vehicle where I work. We do deliveries to some shops around, and I'm there like 2 or 3 days a week, and I don't ever drive. So I haven't had a chance to try it. I've heard people saying that they'd had some issues that I haven't been able to confirm for myself or replicate. I think Samsung software is probably better on a tablet. Samsung software is really good. I mean, we talk about like that taskbar on the side is absolutely excellent. Their split screen stuff is excellent. Really, really good. What app do I'm struggling here. What app allows you to drag and drop photos on your device or OneDrive? Dragging and dropping photos? I know that OneNote, you can drag like a picture off of a web browser over onto OneNote. But as for like into OneDrive, that I'm not sure. I haven't messed with that to know. I'm not. If anybody knows, answer that question. Drop it in the comments. But I don't know other than OneNote. I'm not sure. The narrow screen. The narrow screen is weird. And here's what's really cool. When you go from Duo or from Fold to Duo, the narrowness of the screen becomes like even sillier. Like it was silly next to like a normal phone, right? But like next to Duo, it looks it looks preposterous. It looks absolutely bizarre. I got used to the narrow screen though. It honestly, it was good for single-handed use, which was always fun. Do you believe that Surface Duo 2's price difference is justified compared to the first one? I think that every device that says Surface is overpriced. it's a premium brand. There's a lot of engineering that goes into Duo, and Duo 2 was re-engineered almost from the ground up. $1,500 is a lot. It's hard for me to say that Duo 1 or Duo 2 were ever worth $1,500 or $1,400. It's a lot of money. But again, it's a Surface, and Surface devices are just always more expensive. What calendar widget is that in Duo 2? I use Google Calendar. I keep it over there on the on that far side. Let me go into phone mode, make it easier to show you. On my little widget panel, it's just Google Calendars. I don't use the one that's attached to Outlook. The Google one works better for me. Let's see here. Ed, can't bring myself to take the plunge on Duo 2. Yeah, here's what I would say. If you're gonna do it, you know, Microsoft has like usually I have a towel in here. Here it is. Microsoft has like a 60-day return policy. I would take advantage of that, because I mean, realistically, within 2 months, you're gonna know if excuse me, if the issues that are happening, if they're happening to you, and if they bother you. And if they do, return it and don't look back. Move on. But that would be my suggestion, because you're really not going to know until you do it. Purchase my Duo 2 through your affiliate link. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I hope, you know, obviously the affiliate links are great, and they do make me a little bit of money, and it helps me pay bills and so forth, which is awesome, obviously. But I'm happy when someone says, when someone says, I bought Duo 2 and I love it. That's great. Like, that's the biggest thing, is that you're enjoying your purchase. It's extra when you use my affiliate link. Let's see here. What else we got? Did I see the rumors for the S22 pricing? $850 for the base model. Look, it's super interesting, because, you know, you got to wonder, that's the base model, I guess. Then they've got the FE, and they got their A series, whereas Pixel, you know, the question is, did the Pixel pricing have any effect on you know, pricing going forward? And it's possible. $850 for the base model. I don't know. I think they got to go cheaper than that. There's a Pixel 6 now. I feel like maybe you're a Samsung person and you're like all in on Samsung, but I feel like you got to go cheaper than that. Let's see here. Great to hear. And I hope that you're enjoying it. Yeah. Price go up and accessories go down. What's more likely, Titans in the Super Bowl or Black? Man, what's more likely? Well, I've been saying since Henry went out that our offense looked really, really bad. And I think Tannehill was really pressing. I think he really felt the pressure of nobody being open a lot of the time, and just started hucking the ball out there. So if we play like that, you get a better chance of a Duo 2 Black Friday deal. The actual answer is that neither is probably going to happen. Let's see here. Is the app speed that much faster on Duo 2? No, it's not. In terms of like opening apps, I could probably pick up a Pixel 2, which is what this is. Don't ask me why I have my Pixel 2 out. I don't know. I just look at phones sometimes. And I could put them side by side and launch apps side by side. This, Duo 2, Z Fold 2, Duo 1, and they'd all be within milliseconds of each other. Like, it's not that big of a difference. The biggest difference is just in the smoothness. The amount of times I would go home and the screen would flicker, or going into phone mode and things flicker and do weird things like that. Excuse me. It's the smoothness, right? It's not necessarily just launching speed that is the problem. Let's see here. We tried using the GameSir controller with Drastic. Not the GameSir controller, although there is a controller in here, the one that I use. Oh, it's over here. I use this one. I've talked about it in some videos. I think it's like Wii 2 Digi or something like that. and it works really well. You can stick it in there like that, and you've got a giant, a giant DS or something like that, and that works really well. I gotta try Game Pass a little bit more. I tried it in my gaming video for Duo 2, and I did I think I did Banjo-Kazooie, and it was really good. Like, I need to make like a proper video talking about how good that actually is, because it's pretty solid. You mentioned once a lot of your affiliate purchase on Duo ended up being returned. That's true. The original Duo, not like all of them, but I would say 30% of them got returned. Probably be a good rough estimate, which is a lot. I'm not gonna tell you that that's not, you know, concerning, but that, yeah, it was quite a bit. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on the framework laptop? I have not looked too deeply into it. We're getting cut off again. Let's see if we can accommodate. No, I guess that was all of it. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. Need to cut that back off again though. Whoop. I've not looked at the framework laptop a whole lot. So my understanding is it just that it's modular, so to speak? Is this the was it Aura, the Google's project? Is it like a modular laptop? If so, that's kind of neat. The best thing about your channel is that it comes off 100% authentic. It's unfortunate the channels I used to watch are just too commercial/cookie cutter. Don't change, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a big believer that you should just be yourself and stop moving things around on the screen while I'm talking. Yeah, I'm a big believer in that ideal that you should just be you, and people will respond to that. Good looking out. Hit that like button. 13 Pro Max, about 14 hour of active display. How much on you talking screen on time? You're getting 13 to 14 hours of screen on time? That's a lot. That's like the whole time I'm awake for the day. Just always on my phone. How is that even possible? Screen on time on Duo, I get like 4 to 5 hours, about what I got on my Z Fold 2. But screen on time is one of those things that's like, it's not the best metric for me. I'll put it this way: I wake up about 6:30 a.m. I unplug my phone, I roll over, I check Twitter, YouTube comments, and maybe Reddit. I get up, go about my day, and I will make it until about 9:30, 10 o'clock when I'm getting ready to go to bed. And that's when I'm going to plug the thing back in. At that point, it's limping. It's probably like 15-20%, but I can make it the entire day doing the things I do. Now, that being said, normally when I'm sitting here at my desk, there's a charger. When I'm sitting watching TV, there's a charger. When I'm in my car driving, there's a charger. So I habitually just will plug it in. Now, again, what I said before, make it to the end of the day, that's what if I don't ever charge it. If I force myself to not charge, still true. But if I just take the time to plug it in when I'm around doing stuff, I never get below like 40%. So your mileage may vary, but that's my experience, generally speaking. How do you deal with the polarized group of fanatics and haters on Duo and other devices in general? I get inappropriately angry about them. It irritates the crap out of me. I'm not like an angry person, but that stuff really does irritate me. It's tribalism. It's like, it's caveman instincts, you know? And it really does bother me. Like, people, I'm totally good with people having other opinions, right? Like, if someone comes in the comments right now and says, I don't like Duo or Duo 2. I have no interest in that phone. Don't care about it at all. I'm like, great. That's awesome. I don't care. That's, you know, buy the phone that you like. If they say Duo 2 and Duo are garbage, that's an objective statement of fact, which isn't an objective fact. It's your opinion. So when people present opinions as facts, that irritates me. That might be a little bit of the spectrum disorder going on, because I don't like when people are when people say things that are incorrect. It really bothers me when people speak in a literal way that is literally incorrect. It bothers me. So that's, yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me. And I delete a lot of comments. And I hide a lot of people from being able to comment. If you do that, you will likely never be allowed to comment on any of my videos ever again. Yeah, no, most people don't use the full power of their phone, like, at all. Like, not even remotely close. Okay, yeah. So it's a modular laptop. That's pretty cool. It's obviously, it's going to be a niche product. A lot of people aren't going to be gonna want to buy, but but it's a cool idea. It's definitely something that's interesting that somebody's making. I've really been interested in some of these laptops that are like, all it is a screen and like a big old battery, and you like plug in like a device with like decks into, oh, where's my default, with like decks on it, and you run that. Like that's pretty cool too. Always be charging. Yeah, it's like battery anxiety, right? Like you've got, like, it's like, oh God, I'm at 40%, I better charge. And then you think about it and you're like, I'm at 40% and my screen's been on for 3.5 hours. That means I'm probably going to get another 3 hours of screen time. It's 3 p.m., you know, is that actually a problem? No, it's not. You're fine. But you want to do it anyways because anxiety. Looking at selling my Pixel 6, picking up a Duo 2. Yeah, I mean, look, Pixel 6, like, I would say, I don't have one, obviously, so I can't, this is my opinion. And I'm telling you that it's my opinion, not stating it as an objective fact. To me, the Pixel 6 is like, it's like a lot of phones, like the iPhone and Samsung's Galaxy line. They're the most phone around. You know, they've taken this design and they've like, man, that's the phoniest, the most phone imaginable. But that's boring. Like, I'm bored with that stuff, man. And I totally, if that's how you're feeling, I'm with you. It's boring. Give me something that folds. I'm telling you, even now, if I look at this screen bending, it ain't boring. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. I'm probably weird. What are your next goals for YouTube and your tech career? How can we continue to help? That's a very nice thing to ask. It's a very nice thing to ask. You know, I don't really have any specific goals at this point. When I quit my job about 1.5 years ago, I had a pretty decent job. For this area and for the amount of overhead I have in my life, I had a very good job, but I wasn't happy. So my goal was to be able to pay my bills. So like my wife working and then me working like part-time and doing this. Reduce my stress, reduce my unhappiness, do something I want to do and be able to pay my bills. And I'm doing that. In a perfect world, I would love for Jesse to also start working part-time and to start doing something creative as well. I don't know if and when that will happen, but to pull us both out of the trudge of retail torture would be the ultimate goal. Will that ever happen? I don't know. But thank you for asking such a thoughtful question. Yeah, for sure. It does help my channel because I'm serving a niche in a way that I don't want this to sound like I'm full of myself, because that's not what I mean at all. But I'm serving this niche in a way that no other person is going to or probably could. And that's also probably a spectrum disorder thing. I had a really mean person some months ago that was like, you don't have a spectrum disorder. And I'm like, yeah, the guy that's made 200 videos about one device definitely isn't obsessive about things. Definitely no problems here. Everything's totally normal. Not specifically, no. We know Android 11 is definitely coming by the end of the year, but I've not heard anything about 12L. I hope so. That's a good question. I want to get a drone, but I haven't had a chance to try it out yet. Let's see here. I use my Duo 2 as a GPS, both screens open. Oh yeah, man, it's awesome that way. Someone asked about Android Auto earlier. I don't care about Android Auto because I dock it. Like he's saying, you dock it, and I'll have YouTube Music up, and I'll have Maps up, or whatever, and it's better than Android Auto as far as I'm concerned. It works so well. Next dock, yes, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. I want to try one of those. Let's see here. Oh, did you have more of your question? Yeah, you did. Oh, sorry. After about 30 minutes an hour, the left screen will shut down as if it's in phone mode. A few minutes later, it turned back on. I have not experienced any black screen glitching as of yet, but I have had other people tell me something similar. Not something I've seen yet, though. It is concerning. I returned 3 Duo 1 just because I wasn't sure if I used them enough. Every time I missed it so much, I bought another one. That's awesome. Irreplaceable, man. They're irreplaceable. What's going on, Josie? Good to see you in here. What would you want from a Pixel Fold that we haven't got from a Z Fold? I don't know. An even better camera. I just like the Pixel stuff, you know? Like, I miss call screening. I miss the what song is playing thing. That's really good. I miss the Google magic. Like when I messed with my wife's old Pixel 5, which is on Android 12. There's just so much cool stuff that Google puts into their Pixels. Double pixel action. My 3s are around here somewhere too. That's mostly it. What I would want from them, just more Pixel stuff. What is your career? You're looking at it. This is my career. Is this a career? Surely not. Before I did this, though, this is very strange. I'm not a car person, like really at all. But I was a general manager for a warehouse called a Super Hub for advanced auto parts. And my location basically served about 120 or 130 other stores that we like shipped stuff out to. I was a distribution hub. I'm not a car person, although that's my car, and I love my car. Pretty sweet. But it did not make me happy. It made me stressed out, and it made me sad, and it wasn't what I wanted to do, and so I quit. Love dual screens too. Having had the V60, yeah, bulk became too much. Only used it when required, which was great. Yeah, the ability to take that case off was really a good thing. We actually tested that device for a while, and thought it was pretty good. I really like LG's devices. I've got a LG V30 in the other room, which I used for a little over a year. Yeah, as far as rooting Duo, I got to tell you, I have not bothered rooting an Android device in years. Have not had any interest in doing it at all. The things I wanted to root devices for in the past, you can just do on Android now, so I don't really worry about it. This chat keeps jumping on me, and it's driving me insane. My worry is if I got something like Fold or Duo, I'd be married to the bulk. As you can't simply take the phone out. Do you mean like it's just hard to just get your phone out and use it? Like if that's what you mean, yeah, that is kind of an like if I was in like a store the other day and I had like a bag on one arm I was putting my groceries into, and I had like a larger, heavier item in the other hand, and I needed to grab my phone, and I could have put everything under one arm and then pulled my phone out, but it's a Duo, so I got to pull it out and I got to open it up, and I was like, I can't physically. I need to sprout another arm like Spider-Man, Man-Spider, to be able to do it, which is a little irritating. I am not getting I've seen this issue from like, I think 3 people now. I've not had this at all. Video playback has been totally fine for me. Totally fine for me so far. Very strange I'm seeing this. I've had a lot of Pixels. We've had the 2, the 3, and the 5. We had two 3s and the 5. They're really good. I really like them. Next dock, remoting into my home PC. Perfect scenario. Yeah, it's awesome. I love the idea of like, I've got my one device and I use it on the go. When I come home, I dock it and then it becomes my computer. Like, I love that. That's such a cool idea. It's the future. Had a Pixel 3a and loved it. Was really excited for the Pixel Fold. Yeah, the A series of Pixels are awesome. They're so cheap and they have phenomenal cameras. When I read this, I thought it, for a moment, I thought it said cat person. I was very confused as to why you're bringing up cats, primarily. And then second, as to why cats are so expensive. But yeah, cars are expensive, man. It gets very expensive. I mean, like, I bought that car. So here's what happened. I worked for Advanced Auto Parts for something like 200 years. That's not true. It was like 5 years, 6 years. And I started as like a key holder, like a lowly key holder. And I worked my way up until I got the most prestigious general manager position, not just in my district, but in several districts, because I was so detail oriented. And I didn't want to have to deal with a bunch of customers, which the Super Hub didn't. So I said, I'll take it. And when you're in that world with cars, like 55 hours a week for years, you're going to start to like be interested in cars. And I really love the look of that vehicle. And part of my present to myself for arriving as I had in the position I had, I paid off my prior car and then I immediately bought that car. Because I was like, I'm doing it. I want this car. And it's great. It's fun. Ton of fun to drive. Bought the Duo 1 for $400 on Amazon. Traded it to Best Buy for $450. I mean, that's a great... Almost not fair. Almost not fair. That's awesome. Man, this chat just keeps jumping. Yeah. I mean, if you're on the fence and you want to, you know, the G8X, you can take the case off, or the Velvet, or the V60. You can probably get them all pretty cheap now, too. You're welcome. When I open Duo 2, it would take about 12 seconds before the screen comes on as if the phone was in sleep mode. Not 12 seconds. I've had moments where I've opened it and it's taken a little longer than that, but not 12 seconds. It seems for me to always be pretty snappy, but no setting that I'm aware of. Duo started dropping relatively quickly. I don't know that I think Duo 2 is going to drop that fast or at all. It's not normal for Microsoft devices to drop that fast. However, Duo 1 was a really weird circumstance. I think it's going to be a minute. I may be wrong. This is just speculation, but I think it's going to be a minute before the price drops. Love to do it. Don't love how flimsy and easy it is to break. Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said there. In my entire life, I have cracked one phone, one device. And you're currently looking at it. Can you see the crack? Yeah, there it is. There's that freaking crack. God. Yeah, I've owned a lot of phones and I've never broken any of them but the Duo. Hoping Duo 2 is better. Did you watch the Jerry Rigs Everything video? He just posted it. And at large portions of the video, I don't watch his videos because they make me sad. But he was taking, I'm thinking about it. It's making my skin crawl. He's taking a box cutter and he was scraping along the edge of it. And it just, like, it made me upset for like 10 minutes. The sound, I had to mute it. That's horrible. But it held up pretty well. Just mute it if you're like auditorily sensitive. My solution, we think the phones are too big, just buy tiny, use Pixel 3 for $80. Yeah. I want to get the Palm phone. Have you guys seen the Palm phone? I just got the Palm Buds Pro, which I don't have in my pockets currently, but they're pretty good. And I was talking to their like press people, and I was kind of trying to drop some hints that I want them to send me one of these guys. I have no idea why I want this. I have no clue. I don't need this at all. But I want it for some reason. And I can't justify spending like $200 on it. It's insane. Doesn't make any sense at all. Why not just keep Duo open in your pocket? Because I don't like that. This may be an OCD thing or something. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it being open in my pocket. The screens are safe in here. They're safe. They're tucked away. And now they're not. And in my pocket, I'm like, the back's going to get scratched. The front's going to get scratched. I don't like the idea of it at all. It bothers me. So I won't do it. It is a big thing to haul around. I've started putting Duo 2 in my back pocket. It's irritating, but that's kind of what you have to do. Not impossible to carry around every day. No, it's not. But it's back pocket is a good place to be. Right now, in my 1 month review, I think I said an 8.2, and I think that's where that feels right to me. It's my experience so far. It's been very, very good. I've not had any real issues. It's been good. Which gaming crypto would you invest in? What is a gaming crypto? What does that mean? I don't know. Love desktop modes in general. Yeah, me too. They're a lot of fun. Would you ever consider getting the Bose frames to have smart glasses for your day-to-day? I would consider them. They need to keep getting smaller. I don't know how much I would use it. You know, like how many smart things do I need? I've got my watch. I've got my phone. How many more do I need? Then yeah, Soundcore frames look pretty cool. I mean, possibly. You know, as like another, maybe not as the glasses I'd wear every day, but I could see it. I think literally that was the face that I made. I think that was exactly the favorite Bluetooth earbuds at the moment. I've been using the Palm Buds lately just because they were so small, but my favorite is still probably the Liberty Air the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros. They sound fantastic. I don't like going from the Palm Buds to them. The controls are too complicated. Like they're trying to do too much, whereas the Palm Buds are like super simple to operate, but they sound so good. They're really, really good. They had what was it called? The Microsoft Band or the Fit Band or something like that from years ago. Yeah, I would love to see them bring something like that again. I do use my Surface headphones occasionally. There they are. And they're holding up really well. I do use them around the house a little bit, and I take them out with me occasionally. Like it's a requirement. I can't leave the house without something with noise cancellation. So often it's easier just to put the Palm Buds in my pocket, but I will occasionally grab those too. Gaming crypto. Yeah, no idea, man. No clue. Let's see here. Yeah, the Galaxy Buds are pretty good as well. My wife has the Buds too, and she's been using those for the last few months, and she seems to really like those. Yeah, man, the best part of the Surface headphones, it's the dial. The dial is so good. It feels good. It works well. They're really good. They're comfortable. My biggest problem with headphones in general, and some of you may be able to relate to this, is that I wear glasses, and I have to wear them because I can't see for crap without them. If the whole world existed about that far from my face, then I would be okay. But unfortunately, we live in this three-dimensional plane wherein things are often much further away from me than that, so I have to wear my glasses. And when I put on headphones, what starts to happen over time is they jam my glasses into the side of my head, and it hurts after a while. In fact, you may have seen laying on my counter behind me, I use these SteelSeries to game in. I literally cut notches in them for my glasses to go through. I've damaged the audio quality. The what would you call it? The passive cancellation, the sealing would be a better word. But I need a new pair of headphones now to game in. Those are really old and they've been beaten to hell, but they hurt. They hurt my head. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Something. Android does need better smartwatches. I'm hoping that this new Android Wear OS thing is going to be better. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get there or not. So far, yeah. I don't think we're going the right direction. It doesn't seem... I was really hopeful that, you know, Tizen Wear OS thing would be, like, better, but so far, doesn't seem to be. Bixby's dumb. Stop with all the other... Like, Google Assistant 1. It's over. Just stop. Well, I guess Alexa's a thing. But do people use Alexa on their phones? Do people really do that? That just seems... I don't know. I can't imagine. Google Assistant's right there. Yeah, no, it's the only device I've been carrying since I got it. It is my only device, and it's going well, going very well. I'm not crazy about Samsung's proprietary Tizen version of where, yeah, that's doesn't seem that good. Let's see here. Yeah, I've kind of had that thought myself, right? That it's like, because it kind of like people use it, I guess. Like I've you know, I know people that have Alexa devices. I hope I didn't trigger everybody's stuff there. But yeah, it's like now we have Siri, Alexa, and Google, and it is all fragmented. And it would be nice if everything just worked together, for sure. Thoughts on microwaves with built-in Alexa? I'd take it if I just bought a new air fryer. I gotta tell you, really nice. But it'd be pretty cool if it was a smart air fryer. Some way to be like, ask old Googler to cook some chicken nuggets for me. But then I gotta go get them out of the freezer, you know, put them in there. I'm there already. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it does most of the things that it needs to do. Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same spot where I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And I mostly agree. If Samsung's One UI disappeared tomorrow, what would you say? One UI is kind of okay to me. Like it doesn't, it's a pretty light touch, right? Like it's not TouchWiz, you know, and it's not like the olden days of Android skins that were like brutally oppressive. So I don't know. I have not tried Blackberry Hub on Duo, but that is a really good point. And I'm going to add that to my notes. Thank you. Blackberry Hub. Putting that on the to-do list. You don't know. Is it weird that I keep reaching just off screen and pulling out phones that are related to what's being talked about? Is this weird that I keep doing this? Do you guys just feel like at this point that I'm surrounded by random phones? I am. That's what's happening. See here. Samsung's hardware is never a problem. This is a fact. Let's see here. What else we got? In fact, a lot of the things that One UI has been brought into Android 12L, so it seems. All apps being able to be split screen, proper scaling to make apps that aren't for tablets look okay on tablets. The taskbar, dragging apps over. That's a good one. A lot of good stuff there. Blackberry Hub was sort of one screen to rule them all. Best I can recall. It's been a minute. But basically, you would attach all your accounts to it, and you would go there, and it would be like, here's your email, here's your like messaging app stuff. It's like a unified inbox basically, and it might be pretty cool. I actually am ruminating on a video wherein I would make the case that Surface Duo is the current equivalent to a BlackBerry for the person who wants to get stuff done. So that might get rolled into that. So yeah. I wouldn't want to run Dex on a tablet, like on a small device. It's like when people are like, I want Windows on my Surface Duo. I'm like, why? You want to like have to peck that little X icon and like drag Windows around on your, like, I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible. Give me a mobile OS. But I mean, should the Z Fold have the option to run Dex mode? Yes. That would be cool to at least have as an option. Microsoft should make a notification case similar to how Samsung did, perhaps with their flip cover thingies. Yeah. They're going to do something different with notifications, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. I could see them doing some kind of like cover screen that isn't like... I could see them doing like a small cover display, right? Like a ticker or something maybe, but like a full screen would really add a lot of thickness. Yeah, the phones predated the channel too, or predated me doing this as a channel, so. There goes the chat jumping on me again. God. Well, the sad thing is that they did already. It was called Continuum. And then they didn't anymore. They got rid of it. Sorry, I'm sitting down and my wallet is hurting my butt. Strange to me that Continuum is not a thing on Duo. Seems like a missed opportunity. Liked your video about Surface, or about Linus Tech Tips Surface Duo video. Yeah, the short circuit video from Riley. I don't know if you guys all saw the end result of this, but I think it went about as well as it could. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I made a video kind of going over the channel Short Circuit. A guy named Riley for Short Circuit under the Linus Media Group banner. He did an unboxing, first impression, make sure this doesn't play audio, of Surface Duo 2. And I thought, in as nice a terms as I can, I thought it was really bad. And he actually responded to it. And if you haven't read it, I'm not going to leave this up for you to read all of it, but we kind of had like a back and forth. And it was nice. It was nice. We probably still strongly disagree on the topic, but we at least had like a productive conversation afterwards. So that was cool. Blackberry Hub is the best. I think I got all the details pretty much correct, if I'm sure. Yeah, the BlackBerry, that's the key one. I actually have two of them. Why are they out? I don't know. Because I when I start thinking about like a video that I'm going to make, sometimes I'll put phones around me to like remind me to think about them. Because I don't like taking notes because my brain doesn't work that way. I'll just have them passively around. I will, through osmosis, I will absorb their information. How early is too early for Christmas decorations? Wouldn't know. I don't like them. I put up a Christmas tree because my wife wants there to be one. I could not care less about any holiday. They don't mean really anything to me. Thanksgiving's probably my favorite holiday because it's just like food and like go see your family. And like that's cool. I'm good with that. Agreed with that. I jumped again. God. Yeah, it is kind of a weird. I don't know why people want that. Yeah, so Onward Mobility is this Texas-based company. Why did I say Texas weird? Texas-based company? They're going to release a new BlackBerry. They're not, though. It doesn't seem like they are. They were supposed to ship a phone this year. They've been radio silent. So I think they've got about a month to go. Get that bad boy out. Edge scrolling on Duo 2 is laggy for you. Tried the normal version and Canary, but it's just not smooth. I don't know. It seems fine. You probably aren't going to be able to like appreciate this at all because it's being recorded and stuff is loading. It's about the same-ish. Have you tried do other browsers work better? Because I've heard people say that like the Firefox build for Android scrolls more smoothly. Maybe I just haven't tried other things, so I just don't know what I'm missing. Yeah, I don't know. Oh god. Thing just jumped so far that time. Scroll. Well, if you do decide to hit the join button, I am appreciative of that. No, I doubt that he feels like I dismantled anything. And I also doubt that I will be shocked if, so with Duo, they did something similar and we never heard from them again. I don't think we're ever going to see Duo 2 on any of their channels ever again. I think that was a one and done, and that was it. Yeah, I try to be as like clear on things as possible. Like when I'm stating an opinion, hey, that it's an opinion. I don't like arguments. So like and Riley said he was appreciative of those disclaimers. So that's why I do these things. Let's see here. Duo 2 for a while, however, but I couldn't handle it with one hand at all. Had some weird screen issues, color temperature issues. How do you feel about Duo not knowing the non-visible screen space for the hinge? So couple of things here. Let's go back to the first comment. So I've seen a lot of people asking like, oh, is your Duo, are the two screens temperature the same? And I thought mine was from looking at it, but I opened up two white screens and went way off axis like this, and you can tell one is a little bit cooler than the other. But I had to really, really look for it. And yeah, as for one-handed stuff, you can kind of do it, but it's a two-handed device, and if that's a big priority for you, then so be it. You're gonna have a hard time with it. That's fair. As for it not knowing, so this is something that a lot of people talk about. So with Duo, if you like span content and you like look at the text there's text in the middle, and it just cuts it off. It occludes it with the hinge. And the reason that it does that is because Android does not know this is two separate screens. Android thinks this is a tablet. Android thinks this is one continuous screen. That's how it sees it. When you are launching an app over here, it is exactly the same as on Galaxy Fold when you tap an app on the taskbar and you have it set to auto launch in split screen, that second app, it's the same thing. Literally, all that is happening is it is launching this in split screen on a tablet. And the split screen spaces are defined as the spaces of the two screens. So they would have to code in a dead space in the middle. They could do it, but that's why that's like that. And LG did do it differently. Bought a cheaper stylus compared to the Duo 2s. Yeah, there's a stylus around here somewhere that I reviewed that was like $20 or $30, and it works fine. Let's see here. Thoughts on tablets now that foldables are in the mix? I think if you have a foldable, you don't need a tablet because it is a tablet. While I was using while I have had my Duo or my Z Fold, I don't really touch my Galaxy Tab because I have no need to. It's basically the same thing. 1,000,000% in agreement. Yeah. If you're used to having a desktop mode like Dex, I agree. It would be really, really nice to have on Duo. Continuum. Is there gonna be a 12L beta? I don't know. I kind of don't think so. I think you're just gonna push it out when it's done. Just tried Firefox and it's way better. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if there's a way. I know there's a way on other devices to like check your refresh rate, to see if it's variable and if it's dropping or anything like that. That's interesting. I don't want to stop using Edge though, because all my stuff is on there, and Windows 11 won't let me use anything else. At least not easily. The only way to disable that gesture is to disable Google Assistant altogether. What you have to do is you have to go to, get rid of my wife's message there. You have to go into your settings and you have to search Assistant. Oh. And look for default Assistant app and set it to none. And that will kill that gesture. Otherwise, there's no way to disable it. Yeah, it looks futuristic. It's awesome. Can the charger for the Surface Slim Pen charge the Surface Slim Pen 2? I don't know. I think it can, but I don't know if I actually heard that somewhere or if I'm whole cloth making that up. But I think it can. I do not. I did not use one full time on my original Duo, and I'm not using one on Duo 2 either. This is also what I've heard. Apparently in Android 12 or 12L, you're going to be able to disable that gesture, and I will be doing that when that happens. Curtis says, no, you cannot charge. Are you saying no, you can't charge the Slim Pen, or are you saying no to something else about disabling the gesture? Maybe saying it about the gesture, because you also said it needs an update. Yeah, it's all kind of come together now. It works pretty well with my little Stream Deck and so forth. I can just kind of move around and okay, for the Slim Pen. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, it all works pretty well, and it's really easy to record. I cannot, like, when I see some of these other creators, let me shout some people out here, right? Let me shout some people out. Let's go here. When I see videos like this that have like B-roll and stuff like that, it's great and it looks really good, and I'm super appreciative of B-roll, right? But I cannot do it. I cannot do it. My brain does not work that way. I cannot start talking about something and then think like, oh, well, like I need a shot of this thing and then go film it and then splice that in. Like, I have to just do it all right now. I have to do it all right now. So if I'm going to talk about something that I got to do something with, I come over here and I just do it all on the fly, and then I edit out the bits that don't need to be there. That's just how my brain works. We're going to get a brief visit from the dog there, hanging out in the back. But I think the arc mouse is worth it. I like the arc mouse. Why is it hard for me to say? Yeah, it's as a travel device. It's pretty good, and it's not super expensive. I think I bought mine on sale. I think I got it for like really, really cheap, best I can recall. It's pretty good. Have you seen situations where screens don't come on? Not like that, no. The worst I've seen is I've opened it and it's been like 4 seconds and then the screens have come on and everything's been fine. Haven't had any issues like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that somebody or some people are appreciative and are enjoying the content. That makes me happy. If you plug the case into a Surface, it'll update the pen charger. The pen cover is awesome and does work with both slim pens though. Interesting and weird. Darren, thanks for stopping by. We're right at an hour, so I'm probably going to wrap this up here pretty shortly. Have you gotten SMS to Droid to work. I've not messed with SMS to Droid. I don't actually know what that is. SMS to Droid. iSMS to Droid. iPhone to SMS Android importer. Oh, does it like bring your iMessage stuff over to an Android? Migrates your messages? Yeah, I wouldn't know about that. Have you seen apps not working due to the new screen aspect ratio? Two apps no longer working. The only ones that I have seen are TikTok and Instagram. And TikTok is fixable by running an older build, which I've talked about. And Instagram, the text just scrolls off the edge a little bit. And someone actually had to tell me that was happening. I had not noticed, but I'm sure there are probably others. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Much appreciated. There's too much kindness coming in right now. You guys are making me uncomfortable. It's too much. Well, and you know, I like weird tech, so it just so happened that Duo really like piqued my interest, and so I have hyper-focused on it really hard and stuff like that. And so it works out, you know, you guys like it and I like talking about it. So there you go. ADT and interesting. Open. Does not open and crash. That's weird. Yeah, I've not seen any apps that just full on don't work or crash. That's not been something I've seen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. You know what's really funny about that? What's really funny about that is that I came up with that as a joke. Like a law. Like, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find my community post because I did this as a joke. I did a really, really bad Photoshop of it. And I posted it on my community page. Like, ha 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 ha. And now like there's people that are, yeah, here we go. Look at this. It's from 3 months ago. I was like, now granted, we're not talking about actual like just all cameras. You're talking about just extending the bump across, which I get that that's different. But it just makes me laugh. Because every time I see these comments, my first thought is this stupid picture that I made. But yeah. Yeah, weird phones are fun phones, man. Boring stuff is boring. Thank you so much for stopping by, though. I don't know how many people were in here at peak, but we're at like 57 now, which is way more than I ever expected. You guys want to see my dogs real quick before I get off? This is Rutherford. Come here, buddy. Come on. This is my boy. He's a good boy. He loves me a lot. Jessie gets very jealous because all the dogs love me the most. Copper's sticking her head through underneath. Copper, you gotta come around. He's coming up the middle. Come on. And this is the back of Copper's head. She's also she's a good girl. These are my children. And they like to pester me at all times and come in here and growl and grumble at me while I'm trying to work on things. Because Copper, when she wants things, she's very vocal. So she will growl and bark at me when she wants things from me. So I have to shut doors to keep them out of here while I'm trying to do work. Yeah. And they get very excited. So a lot of people have asked to see the dogs a little bit more. So there you go. There's some good dogs. You're famous now. Upwards of 50 people have now seen you. All right. Go on. It's been fun, guys. I may start doing this as like a weekly or maybe like twice a month thing or something like that. Let me know if that's something that you guys want to see, and maybe we'll start making a thing of it. I've got this cool setup now to be able to do these messages that I think works really, really well. I'm pretty happy with it. So, yeah. Cool. Sounds like people are largely in favor of it. So I'm going to end things here. I'll see you guys on the next set of videos. I've got videos scheduled straight through. I will not have a video out on Thanksgiving because it's Thanksgiving. But I will hit every other day around it just like normal. Hope you guys all have Probably was not audible, but Copper just audibly belched under the table at me. Man, hit me up on Twitter or something. I'll be more than happy to weep openly about the Titans if anybody wants to read that. Hope you guys all have a great holiday, whatever holiday you might be celebrating. Enjoy it. Enjoy the family time. Don't take it for granted. Very important, especially in the current semi-apocalyptic world that we now live in. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.